Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is John, and today we are going to be playing Stardew Valley. Now, ordinarily when I'm playing myself, I use mods, but for this tutorial and playthrough, I've decided not to use mods at all. So we're going to start a new game. Okay, I would like to be named, we will call ourselves... I'm gonna go Johnny today. I don't ordinarily like being called Johnny, but we'll take it. Farm will be... we will call it... Hilltop Farm. Our favourite thing will be YouTube. I have both cats and dogs, but I have to be more of a dog person would be my guess. That one there looks the most like my dog. I'm not too worried about my hair and that. I will come down here though and skip intro. And now type of land we want: standard, riverland farm, forest farm, hilltop, wilderness farm, four corners farm, and the beach farm. I think we're going to go beach today. Okay, now settings. I'll leave most of them on. Multiplayer will just be us. Random seed, it's okay. I also have the music turned off because I hate listening to the music in all games. Alright, here we go. First thing first, we got a box here. And the box tells us, excuse me, that we get 15 parsnip seeds from the mayor. We'll check the TV, fortune teller. We're going to get a little bit of extra luck, but that's okay. Living off the land. Chop wood, search forage. Alright, let's go outside and see what we're working with. A big mess. Alright, now you only get a certain amount of energy. My advice is figure out where you're going to put your crops. You can't really plant crops in the sand. And that is going to be where your crops are. I'll let Mr. Wormies dig you up. Now if I remember this map correctly... there is space up here for my crops. Right here. So I am going to start clearing out here. First I'll get the weeds, because using your scythe doesn't really use any energy. So we can just hull through that. Now with the basic axe we get, we can chop down the trees that are in here. We can pick up the logs. We can use the pick to get the stones, but we can't get these big ones here until we upgrade our stuff a bit, unfortunately. So, garden is going to be a bit higgledy-piggledy until we can sort that out. So my advice is to clean yourself off some space, plant our crops. Don't want to end up with no energy because, like I said, you've only got so much. We have no food or anything like that right now. be able to replenish our energies. We will be able to make seeded bars and stuff like that later on, but not for a while yet. So what we're going to do now is make some space for our 15 parsnips. Now we also have $500. I normally go to the shop and buy more parsnips pretty much as soon as possible. Alright, I don't want to run out of energy, so I'm going to stop using anything but my scythe unless it's absolutely necessary until I get back there. That is a water bowl for my dog one day when I get one. Alright, we got anything up here? Oh, yes, we do. Now, don't worry about if you don't have too much room in your inventory right now, because when we go into the store, before we buy our stuff, we'll sell off a bunch of this stuff we got here anyway. So, off we go. Now, this is only my second YouTube video, so you will notice that my sound's a bit funny. I'm getting used to it and I will be tuning things to suit, but you'll have to just bear with me a little bit. Alright, I'll sell him that, I'll sell him that, I'll sell him that. Okay, now we want some parsnip seeds. We'll get another 10 of them. Get a couple of beans. Get a cauliflower. Ooh, we don't have room for a potato. We'll get some more parsnips. We'll use the rest of our money. Alright, now we're meant to introduce ourselves to people. So, while we're here, look for that. This is the bag we can buy. We need to save up 2,000 gold. Go in the back here. See if anyone else is in the house. Oh, hello. You farmer, I'm Caroline. You got a back door. That's becoming your friend, Caroline. I've never noticed that door before. Become friends with people by giving them gifts. Certain people like certain gifts. There's a little bit of trial and error with finding out what people like and what they don't like. The only advice I can really give you is play around with it, find out. You can go on Google and just Google it. There's plenty of tutorials or Stardew Valley wikis. Now we can build a crate. I'll get rid of the dirt. And I'm going to put a crate there, and we can store all the crap we don't actually need right now. Eventually, I'm going to get this yard spotless, but that just takes time. Until then, it's just a bit of a maze getting through it to try to get to where I'm planting my crops. But we will make it over there. Also, if you follow the beach around, you will find different things. I like the beach one because you'll find all types of stuff on there. Alright. Granddad's going to come visit us in the 3rd year, which is a bit weird because he's dead. Alright, let's water these suckers. Keeping an eye on our energy because we don't have a lot. And as for now, we do not have any sprinklers or anything like that. So we are stuck doing everything by hand. Get stuff in here. Keeping an eye on our energy levels because we do not want to pass out. Alright, that's it. I'm not going to plant or do any more just because I do not want to pass out. But what I will do is explore my land. Around here is a good area. You can plant some rice. You can put fruit trees and stuff out here, or plant trees to put tappers on. Tappers come later and you'll be able to get stuff from the trees like, I think it's oak resin, maple syrup, and not 100% sure of the other one. It could be tar? We'll find out and I'll let you know. Alright, we're pretty tired, so there's not much else we can do. All I can really do is go around and use my scythe because it doesn't cost anything to use, no energy to use your scythe. No, another thing you might want to do when you first start, especially when you're not wanting to use a lot of energy, I'll put a bunch of stuff away. I don't want to use any of these, so I'm going to go for an adventure, have a look around. I'll go up high first. Just find all the natural resources I can find around the place that are just laying there on the ground. Now we get these because we get money for it. They are free to acquire. Doesn't cost any energy just to walk around. We just, right now, couldn't blow our nose without passing out. So I can't even dig up wormies when I see them. Alright, up here you got where the homeless man lives, and he's a good person to become friends with. He accepts as gifts the free stuff you get. He's gone into his house, I think. Yep. Linus is his name. When you're first playing the game and you've got to meet all the townsfolk, if it gets late at night, you obviously can't go in the houses. A good place to go is the local tavern. There's a person. Hello, Maru. We will be friends, I've decided. But have a good investigate around because stuff spawns in different places from time to time. Some days you'll get heaps of stuff around the place, some days you'll get absolutely nothing. It can be very frustrating. Now at the bottom of town here, oh, we got a flower growing in the cemetery. I feel a bit weird taking it, but it wasn't on a grave, it was just growing in the middle, so that's what I say anyway. Now this bridge over here, I can rebuild this, but I need 300 pieces of wood, and it's going to take me a while to get that because, well, my stamina doesn't last that long yet. If you bring up your map, this is what the town looks like. We're down here at the beach. You can see all the different places. We will get there and around to all of them eventually with time. Don't check people's bins. It is frowned upon. But I give them a little look-see anyway. Every now and then you just make sure no one's watching you. Because if they're watching you, they tend to like think you're a bit of a scab. Alright, see? We're going to meet some people. Hi Clint. He's your local blacksmith. This is Shane. Shane's actually a bit of a knob actually. This is Pam. Pam is the town drunk. Not more to say about that. This is where I got Gus from. There you go. Gus is our bartender. So he's not homeless. He just makes the homeless drink. This is Emily. I've actually married Emily quite a few times in different playthroughs. Alright, it's 10:30 at night, so I'm gonna travel home. We'll do some more investigating tomorrow. Now, the season that we're in when you start is always spring. It is very dark in here. It's because it's the beach house. I don't have a fireplace. When you got the fireplace, you can go over and you can turn it on. Fire will start. And it won't be as dark. Alright. Tech TV. Fortune teller. Days in my hands. Oh, we got a letter. Yep, he's telling me about the backpack. We know about the backpack. Alright, we're gonna have to go visit the fishing man, and he will give us our very first fishing rod. When you have the beach thing, get in the habit of every morning just doing a circle of your property, because like right here, we got a coffee. Coffee's good, it will make you run faster. But I don't particularly need to run faster right now, so that can wait. Check on our crops over here. When your watering can runs out, you just go anywhere you want to get more water. Like this is the ocean, which one would assume would be salt water, but it doesn't affect your plants. Oh, we got some more freebies here. I'm going to leave some things at home that I'm not particularly going to need on my journey at the moment. Less of my tools I carry, the more stuff I can load up in my... Oh. More stuff I can load up in my backpack. Alright. Exit out the bottom of the farm this time. Also in spring, if you come down to the bottom left of the map, there's 4 of these areas down here. And a lot of these you'll get spring onions in. There's some over here. Get in the habit of every day, first thing you do, water your crops, then try to do the rounds if you've got time, before you have animals and stuff. Down here there's an abandoned house. Later on you'll get the hat mouse. He'll live here, and the hat mouse will sell you different hats. They don't actually do anything for you, so you don't have to buy them. I like to get a fedora sometimes, and that's actually about the only hat I will go out of my way to buy in there, because quite frankly they don't interest me too much. Now these things that you pick up, you are going to need some for the collections later on in the community centre. So it's up to you whether you just want to sell them straight away, or whether you want to maybe put them aside at the start. But if you are going to put them aside for the community centre, I recommend you put aside the ones that don't have stars on them, because they're worth less money to sell, and right now we need money for backpacks and so on. So I will go to my chest here. I will select one of these by pressing the X button on my controller. One of them, I won't need a spring onion in there. Then I'll head off again. Ooh, little leak. And we're going to head down to the beach and have a look in the beach. I forgot about this. This is where you meet Willie and he gives you your first fishing rod. You can press a button and skip all this, which I'm going to do right now. But when you're playing yourself, you can do that. If the noise is getting a little bit too loud, you come in here, go down here, sounds. Just turn the ambient sound down a bit. That's better. The beach is like really loud. Not about yous, but it kind of goes from my head. Some wormies. We don't get too much interesting from the worms just yet. I'm failing at the English language. But later on, we will be able to donate stuff here to the library. Book. Fertilizer. Alright, if you want to read this, pause it, and you'll be able to read it. Around here. Oh, green algae. This is a tram thing, but it's out of order for now. We'll be able to use that later. This is Jojo Mart. You buy stuff here. I never have. I prefer to shop locally, I suppose. Apparently, buying stuff here will affect the quality of your crops. Like, it's hard to get good quality stuff out of them. Oh, she's not in a good mood, so we will just run straight past her. Come down here to this house. George is a grumpy old man. I don't blame him for saying buzz off though. We did just technically break into his house and kind of like force him to talk to us. Oh, we got a doctor's office in here. It's locked. Open between 9 and 3. Oh, there's Granny. Granny lives with the old man. Yellowin. But I just always refer to as Granny. We're tight like that. Oh, there's another lady. Hey, Haley. Haley is another one that you can marry if you so choose to down the track. One of the things I find interesting about this game and that I like is you can marry people of the same gender. So, it's different from other games. Alright. Now, I'm not ready to be your friend yet. I want the money for the stuff. Up here, this will get blown away, and up there is the spa. And you can go up there later and get... Like, you go in for a swim and it replenishes your health and your stamina. Alright, now that we've come all the way back, gone full circle... Alright, now we can start chopping down some of these trees because we've got plenty of stamina left. Towards the end of our day, I like to clean up around where I live. Just so that when we want to build a barn and stuff like that, we got plenty of room. Be careful which direction you put the trees down if they're too close to the edge, because we don't have a magnet ring yet, so our range of picking up stuff isn't very far, so it can end up lost up there. Oh, we can have enough energy to get this one. Yeah, I'll try not to sell a lot of your stuff that you use for building. Keep the seeds from the trees, because the seeds you can make bars out of later when you've got all 3 different types of seeds. And also the sap, you can make fertilizer out of 2 sap, makes 1 low quality fertilizer. Obviously timber and stone and stuff like that, you need all that for building later. There you go, field snack and wild seeds. And we made $544 for the day. Ah, it's raining. Rain is good. A bit of extra luck today. The reason we like the rain is because on rainy days, you don't have to water your crops. But I'm still gonna run my gauntlet, check around my property, make sure nothing is washed up. Ordinarily I'd say you could buy extra crops or go mining, but we can't really go mining just yet, and there's no point buying extra crops because the shop's not open today. Just gonna go around the yard here and clean up a bit. May end up just skipping a bunch of this so you don't have to sit here and watch me weed my garden. Alright, pretty sure that's all the weeds from the yard now. So I'm just gonna remove some of the trees that they're in places that I don't particularly want them. Alright, now, what is that for? Take them 2 seeds. Now I can create some of these bars. The bars are used to give me extra stamina. Not that I need it right this moment. But I'm going to do a lap to try and get some extra stuff to sell. I love the noise it makes when you pick up stuff. Oops, dried starfish. Now the fishing in here is like its own little mini game. And I have to warn you, if you ever play this game, it is the most frustrating mini game I've ever come across. We didn't really find too much about the place, so I may as well snag some wood while I'm out here. Now there's 3 different types of trees. You got the pine trees, which there isn't one of these out here, and then you got these 2 different types here. One's an acorn tree, one's a pine tree, and one would be a maple tree because you get maple syrup from it. Visit Gunther at the museum. You can see that one. So we will visit Gunther tomorrow. I'd rather have the seeds than the sap right now. And when you're selling stuff, don't sell anything that Gunther can tell you more about. They are things you want. We'll have a sleepy sleep. Alright, well, I'm going to leave you here on this one, and I'll bring you back in the very next episode. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to see more, and please do. Alright, see yous.